Last week, I spent an entire weekend hanging around 7-figure, 8-figure, even 9-figure entrepreneurs. And while I was documenting a lot on my Instagram already, people kept asking me, hey look, what did you learn by hanging around those people for an entire weekend? So what did I do? I created a list of the 6 most important learnings that I learned and which I think everyone should know in order to either start or scale their business. So if that's it, let's get into it. Ever since I was a kid, and why was this shit? To keep on and come around, she wanna get. Lesson number 1, put your ego aside. This is something which I think is super important and a lot of people actually fail in terms of life and business because of this thing. People always think they know it all. They always think that they're the best at what they do, but most likely it's not the case. And this is also something that I had to learn myself because I always was like, oh, I'll figure it out myself. Like, I don't need to listen to people. I don't need a mentor. Like, I'll just search it up on the internet. But after being surrounded by those people and seeing the way how they live and how they run their business, you have to listen to what they have to say. And they always told me the same as well. Like, the reason why they got to the point where they are right now is because they invested in mentors. They listen to people they look up to. And it makes sense. Like, if you want to be in a certain position, listen to the people who are already there, whether you agree with them or not. So that's the most important rule in my opinion. So I asked a lot of people like how they run their business, and sometimes I'm like, that doesn't really make sense. But keep in mind that they already overcame the problems that I'm still facing, for example. So that's in my opinion the most important lesson that I learned, that even if you disagree with what they say, still listen to it because they're in a better position than you. Lesson number 2 is to simply be faster. I know this is pretty obvious, but think about it. Maybe you've had the idea in your mind that you want to also start your own online business. You want to set up your Instagram pages and you're always like, I'll do it tomorrow. But you know it yourself as well, like tomorrow something new is going to come up or you don't have the energy or whatever happens, right? So what I noticed after hanging around those people that are making millions a month is that if they can change something now, they will do it right now. They don't wait for tomorrow because they know that if they wait for tomorrow, someone else is going to do it and they will get outworked. And if you want to get to that kind of point where you make an insane amount of money, you simply can't be outworked. So you got to do what you got to do. If you have the ability to change something right now, do it right now. Don't wait for tomorrow. So you got to be fast with every single thing you do. Like, I'm not saying that you should work 24/7 hours a day, but if you have a simple task that you can do right now, instead of like watching a Netflix series or whatever, just do it. It's all about prioritizing and just taking action. You can't be slacking if you want to take this serious. And if you, for example, want to replace your 9-to-5, of course, over time you can automate things, but in the beginning you just have to grind and you have to do things super fast. Lesson number 3 is to just surround yourself with the right people. I know you've heard this before and it may sound corny and you've probably watched hundreds of motivational videos that say the exact same thing, but it actually is true. Because back when I was starting out my online business, I was hanging around people that were just like basically dragging me down, that were partying every single day in the weekends and just did bad activities. But after you start hanging around people that are doing better than you, that are taking action faster than you, or just implementing good habits into their life, you will start doing the same thing. Like, you're a product of your environment. And the better the people are that you hang around with, the better you become yourself as well. Like, that's also why I always try to surround myself with people that are doing way better than me, that are making millions a month, tens of millions a month. Because if you hang around them long enough, you will start to notice certain patterns and see the way how they live their life, how they make decisions. And because of that, you will yourself start to do that as well. And that's when you're going to see like the massive changes. Like, if you keep being stuck in your circle with people that have a bad influence on you, it's your own fault. Like, break out of that. You got to surround yourself with the right people. So for example, if you have friends that go partying every single day, like, just stop going, go to the gym, find new friends. I know this might sound like super easy. It's still, I know that, but like in the end, you have like an impact on like the people that you hang around with. And as soon as I knew that, basically my whole life changed. I started like looking for other people to connect with, and to basically just live my life with. And since then, like I said, my circle changed. I got to know a lot of cool people that just helped me a lot in order to grow as a person and also to grow my business, to make even more and more money, to have a bigger impact in general in my life. Lesson number 4, take risks. This is like one of the most common things that I saw while being at the event where I met all of those successful people. They always took risk, like no matter where they are in business. Like, they invested into courses, mentors in the beginning, then later down the line, they invested into systems or ads or whatever. Like, they always kept reinvesting and taking risks. And it makes sense, because if you want something to change, You gotta break out of the cycle of what's happening right now. Like for example, if right now you're stuck in the 9 to 5, in the weekends you go partying, like if you keep doing that, nothing is gonna change. And it's the same with business. Like if you're stuck at, I don't know, $10,000-$20,000 a month and you keep running the business the same way you do right now, nothing is gonna change in the end. So something has to change. And the only way to do it is by taking risks, because nothing is certain in life. And that's why it's so important to try new things. Now, with taking a risk, I'm not saying to, I don't know, bet all your life savings on red or whatever, right? But it can be the small things, like for example, investing in that coach, getting the gym membership, stepping out of your comfort zone. Like taking a risk for everyone is something completely different. But it's so important to just keep doing that, because that's how you improve. Like as I mentioned before, you gotta take control of your own life. No one else is going to save you. So the sooner you know that, the sooner you can make a change to your life and actually start working towards your dream life. Lesson number 5, show up every single day. This is super important, because in the beginning, it's gonna be super hard. And even though when you're like a bit more advanced already, you will have setbacks. But if you show up every single day, this is what I noticed myself personally as well, you will overcome those problems, like no matter what. Because if you keep working on it every single day, in the end, you will find a solution. Like when it comes to building your business, the whole thing is just coming up with new solutions to problems that you will face, because it's not going to be like an easy route. Like every single step of the way, you will have problems that you're going to face. It is just part of the game that you're playing right now. But if you show up every single day, like basically you will just keep moving forward every single time. And one of those days you will become lucky. Like, I don't know, one of your posts, for example, might go super viral, or one day you might close your first deal or make your first sale. But if you just keep showing up all the time, you won't miss those lucky days. And that's something that is super important to know, because those lucky days, they will always be there. Like every single day you have the chance that your whole business is going to blow up like crazy. But you just got to show up every single day. Like if you don't even do it consistently, you might miss lucky days. And because of that, your whole progress will fall down. That's what I'm saying. Show up every single day, regardless of how you feel. I know this might sound easy and corny, but trust me, it is literally the foundation of it. If you can't even show up every single day, how are you literally expecting to get the results that you want? So just listen to me. This is like the number one thing that you gotta dial into your daily habits right now. Like if you want to take this serious, every single day, put in the required work, and then you will start to see the results coming in. Because as I mentioned, you won't miss a lucky day. And you need those lucky days in order to advance to the next levels. Lesson number 6, which is the last one. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. This is what I see happening a lot of times when people just want to start out. Like they want to become the next Mr. Beast, or they want to get this $1 million idea or whatever. But it is not going to happen when you're just starting out. Like you just need to copy what's working, but give it like your own twist. Like see it the same way as becoming a brain surgeon, for example. Like if you want to become a brain surgeon and straight from the get-go, you try to do everything by yourself, you're going to kill patients. But if you first of all just copy exactly what's working, first of all, you will save lives, and it actually works. And then later down the line, if you also give it your own twist, maybe you will find that thing that maybe saves thousands of extra lives. And it's the same way with business. Like if you just try to do everything by yourself straight from the get-go, you will kill your business. And if you just copy exactly what's working in the beginning, you will build that foundation and you will build that skill set. And then if you later down the line give it like your own little twist, you might find that one thing that is like completely yours, completely original, and which can be that $1 million or even $1 billion idea. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't like get those crazy ideas in your head. Just go with what's proven to work and remodel it. That's how easy it is. The blueprint is literally there. You just have to follow it. Like don't try to be unique, original, or what. Like of course you gotta be original, but don't try to be unique and the only one that's doing it, because that's not gonna work. Trust me. When I was starting out as well, I was always like, oh, I'm gonna find this new thing what no one else is doing. No, it's not working. Just go with something that's already proven to work, because that will give you the highest chance of succeeding. And when you're already making good money, you've got a good foundation, then you can try your own thing. So this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest lessons that you need to learn, especially when you're starting out, because this is going to save you so much time, and this will allow you to progress even faster. So then in the end, you will actually be able to do your own thing. So those are basically the 6 biggest lessons that I've learned while spending a weekend with 7, 8, and even 9-figure entrepreneurs, and also just in general within the last 2 years of running an online business. So if you got any more questions or things you would like to know from me, feel free to reach out to me either on Instagram or just drop a comment down below. And with that said, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.